everyone, this is Kristie with AG Takes Over. I am glad you're here and happy Sunday. I think that's when I'm going to upload this. I am filming it on a Friday evening because we're going out of town to see Bluey live. Anyway, my wife posted pictures recently, so if you follow her on Instagram, grace.agig, you know that we just got our Kavi / Wicked outfits delivered, and they're right down there. So she opened them up just enough to take pictures, but I'm going to open them up and really take everything out of the box and inspect it and give you the review and feel the stuff and let you know all the ins and outs, because they are expensive, right? And some of you maybe have already decided no matter what I'm getting them. Some of you maybe have already decided no matter what I'm not getting them. But for any of those of you who are on the fence, I know a good review can help you make an informed decision. So here for it. I am gonna get started with Glinda because most of the comments that I have read that are kind of on the fence are like, this one looks cheaper. I felt like, if we're honest, this one looks cheaper, and they're not cheap. But all of the other details that go with it looked really nice, so hopefully it feels great and it's a surprisingly good quality. Can't imagine it would be like chintzy given the price and who they're partnering with, but we shall see soon enough. By the way, if you enjoy this video and you haven't seen any of my other videos, please check out some more of them, and then you can make an informed decision about whether or not to subscribe. Okay, so here it is. There's going to be lots of glare because of the ring light, but I'm about to take it out of the plastic anyway, so it's fine. But there she is up close. And you know what? Nobody needs to see it with that ring light glare. Let me just get it out. Grace did me the favor, like I said, of already... The box is huge, though. It is worth pointing out. Like, it's huge. And on the back, it says, Glinda, the good witch. She is pretty, charming, ambitious, perky, vain, and very popular. She is Elphaba's roommate and soon realizes that the price of popularity is not as important as a lifelong friendship. So there she is. I think this actually would make a really nice, like, framed piece, if not for that. But, I mean, if you're putting it in an American Girl doll room, who cares? Okay. So I was told by my wife that somebody, I don't know, in a Facebook group or Instagram said, be really careful getting the outfit out. So I don't know why, but sure, I will be very careful. So once out of the box, ooh, okay. So this part, this like double layered plastic, is in the middle. And then this is the bottom part of the box. So I don't think that that's, hold on. Let me just grab somebody. Yeah, it's okay. This is kind of weird because it's this really pretty decorative box that would make a nice backdrop for welly wishers. It's not tall enough for an 18-inch doll to stand in, but it's a nice, like, that's a nice backdrop for some wellies. So if you collect both, that's, I mean, that's better than something that's ugly and you just have to put in the recycling bin. And it doesn't have any weird, like, logos, or it doesn't even have, like, any perforated things where they've used the plastic to hold everything together. So, yeah, that's better than a kick in the teeth. All right, let me try to get that top layer of the plastic off. You don't need to watch me do that, so hang tight. All right, that was easy enough. There's no tape holding the two layers together, so it's really just pull them apart. I appreciate that. Let's start with the crown. It's plastic. It's, I mean, That is lightweight. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for $79, this feels even lighter than, we got the Winter Princess dolls 2021. This feels even lighter than that. Like a kid would break this in a heartbeat sitting on it. Not that you would buy this for a kid who doesn't know how to take care of things, hopefully, but I'm not gonna lie, for the price point, that feels real cheap. Okay, I'm going for the necklace now. I mean, negligibly better. This is kind of disappointing. I think it's gonna look great on. It just feels like, man, they spared no pennies. I'll just say that. I thought, given the partnership, that it would be a little nicer. Let me get that. There we go. So it's got two different colors of blue, or I don't know. I guess they're all the same color. Let me see. But all of this is just, hold on. There we go. All of this, there's no stones. There's no fake stones. It's just the indentations in the plastic make it look a little sparkly. It's just the plastic. Like it's, you know, plastic injection molding or something. Okay. This has a little more weight to it. Still plastic, but this is kind of what I was hoping for. Something a little heavier. So her little scepter. I like this kind of handle. It makes it a little easier for them to hang on to. And let me see. So the only things that are added, attached, any kind of jewels, are the blue part on this. Everything else is just the mold that they used to make this plastic piece. There's no extra little mirror pieces or gems, just those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 little blue pieces. And it's gonna look great. I mean, I've seen pictures. I know it's gonna look great, but so far, if I'm honest, I don't know. Okay, the shoes are really pretty. Okay, little kitten heel, elastic. I have mixed feelings about this because every one of us owns some pair of shoes with this elastic that's broken or cracked, if not a lot of pair. So, but I like the little slipper back. I think these are really nice. I think, there we go. I think they would work with a lot of different historical outfits. I can totally see Caroline wearing these. I mean, I can see Caroline wearing this whole outfit, honestly. But yeah, I can see these working for modern. I can see these with some My American Girl era outfits. I think these are cute. And they're nice material. Nice. Yeah. So far, this is the winner in terms of quality. Like, what's going to photograph better? These cheap plastic pieces that are going to catch all the light and look really impressive. So if you're just concerned about photography, those are going to look great. What's the best quality so far? The pair of shoes. All right. The last piece is the dress, and I want to make sure I don't like pull anything unnecessarily. So give me just 1 second to lift that very gently out. Well, that was easy too. Okay, so far getting everything out is a breeze. It's on a plastic form. So the whole thing is going to keep its shape. in the package. All right. You know what? I just want to take it out of the plastic thing and really get my hands on it. 1 second. Okay, got it. That's better. Okay. Just going to show you first, and then I'll give you my commentary on it. Okay, so no give right here, but yes, stretchy right here. And then this part does have some stretch. That's going to go around her neck and Velcro back here and then stick up as her collar. I'll dress them. I'll put these on dolls at the end. And then Velcro down to here on the back. Just a simple back. So this, is it called sublimation? I don't know. Somebody who makes that kind of clothing can tell me, but it's, it doesn't feel like a cheap sticker. If you have Nikki's nightgown, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like just an iron-on, maybe that's also sublimation. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like almost more of an integral part of the material, but, like I don't have any concerns about this cracking. I don't have any concerns about it peeling off. I don't think it will. In that sense, it feels really nice. It's a very shimmery material. It is very thin, which I don't know that it needs to be thick. It's supposed, I mean, she's like gliding in and she's, you know, light and airy and lovely and popular and whatever. So I don't know that it needs to be thick. Let's see what's on underneath or what's going on underneath. So we've got one layer. I wondered if there would be more, but it's just, looks like just one layer. It ends up with a lot of, you know, this towards the bottom, just to give it a little extra volume, but the bottom of it is right about here. So yeah, the bottom is closer to here. So I would say it comes, the poofiness underneath, the underskirt is probably about half the length of this. I don't know if that's normal. I mean, it's certainly not like Mary Ellen's hoop skirt or anything that go, or the crinoline. Oh my gosh. It's not like that. But yeah, it's about here. I don't have anything else to say about it. I want to see it on a doll. So I'm going to do that, but I first want to open the other one so I can dress two dolls at once. I will say, in order of quality, shoes, dress, and scepter, a necklace and crown or a tie. They're at the bottom in terms of quality. That crown was like probably the most disappointing. It's a tiara or a crown or whatever you want to call it. It should have some weight. You know, if you have ones that are from a few years back and you're like, this is a hefty metal thing and it sure didn't cost me anywhere near the amount that this is costing. Yeah, I do have faith that it's going to look stunning. So let's move on to the next one. Again, I'm going to show you this just to show you how big it is, but I know the ring light's going to do its thing. So it's, I mean, this one says Elphaba, the Wicked Witch. She is smart, fiery, passionate, misunderstood, sincere, and has a potent inner beauty. Her sympathy for the underdog and her rebellion against the wizard cause her to be unfairly labeled as the Wicked Witch of the West. Give me one moment and I will get this out. It does have some really nice, it looks like the front of the box is pretty much the same for both, but it's got some nice, like the flying monkeys. Some kind of cool design there. I'm not a keep the decorative box kind of person, so I mean, it's nice, but I don't really care. But for those of you who are, it's nice that it's got these pieces that are dark and then the little shiny accents. So like this will catch the light. All right, let me open up the box. And just like with the other box, we've got this really lovely background. It's nice and matte. It should photograph well. There's nothing, like no holes or anything on it. I think these are really lovely. It's just a shame that you can't use them with 18-inch dolls. But like I said, we're going to find a way to incorporate them for our welly wishers. I think these are just too cute. The wellies are about to put on a play. And here is the outfit with a little less glare. Ooh, losing the broom. Well, since I have it out, broom. It's got, I don't know why, but it's got a little American Girl sticker on a piece of plastic there. All right, here is the bottom of it. I am always a fan of broomstick because I do like Harry Potter. I do like being able to kind of create costumes for them. I like being able to use the witch costume ones from Halloween, use their brooms to make like wizardy scenes, or use this kind for, you know, make wizardy scenes or Halloween costumes. It's weird to say a broom has mix and match potential, but in my world it does, so I'm a fan of this. It's very different than any other, you know, broom that they make with this kind of floofy bell. It's almost like the bottom of a skirt. I like the green. We've seen Wicked a couple times, but I haven't like paid attention to the broom up close, so. This has a decent feel to it. I would say it's heavier than the scepter, but not by much. The difference is this is the weight I would expect a toy broom to be. This is not the weight I would expect like very fancy looking scepter to be. And if scepter is not the word you would use for it, that's okay. I don't know. Okay. Let's go hat next, shall we? Okay, so it comes with this little thing to help it keep its shape. Hat feels nice. It's a little snake pattern. Floppy. It's, you know, lined on both sides for the brim, but not on the inside. Nothing remarkable. I like it. It's good. It's gonna look good, and it's nice quality. So far, 2 for 2 in terms of quality for Elphaba. Sorry, Glinda. Okay. Cape. This I am gonna pause and make sure I can. Okay, no, I'm gonna show it to you. Just for those of you who like the detail. Okay, so it was like this, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to like start pulling it open and it, you know, gets snagged or anything. So opens like a book. And then these are buttons. And they're poked through. They're just 2 buttons up at the top, so it must button into the back of her outfit. And I think all I need to do is gently push right out. Okay, that's not hard. So far, I don't know what the big warning was about. Be real careful getting it out, because piece of cake, man. All right, It's going to need an ironing because the way they had it folded, or a steaming or something, because the way they had it folded. Me. But this is a nicer fabric. It's, I like that it's not, I don't know what it is. Rayon? I shouldn't even venture guesses. Does it say? No. I don't know. But it's not like the shiny, very thin material. It's just, it's a nice material. Like, I would wear a skirt made out of this. So, that's the general shape. So far, Elphaba's is winning. Not that it was a popularity contest. Ooh, the boots. Yeah. Okay. If you just want both, get both. If you don't want either, don't get either. But if you have to pick one, get Elphaba's. If you're talking quality, get Elphaba's. Both shoes are really nice, though. Again, little kitten heels, Velcro in the back. Love the shape of this boot. It's perfect for Elphaba, but think how many historical outfits this would go with. Regular laces. They don't have plastic on the ends. They're just, you know, sealed off at the ends. I think the laces are just decorative because if you look in here, like you can't tighten them or loosen them. They're even sewn right here. So they're strictly decorative, but you know, the back looks nice. I'll let you know if they're tricky getting on, but I mean, on the doll's feet. I don't anticipate any issues with them. I think they're really cute. I like the little detail here. Instead of just having it be a flat thing, it's a little bit textured. That's cute. It doesn't have any wicked kind of branding. It just says American Girl made in China, some numbers and letters. All right. Final piece of the Elphaba one. It's flatter because it doesn't need to like stay as poofy, I guess. I don't know. So it has just a flat thing on the inside. This. Oh, it's a two-piece. If you didn't know that, it's a two-piece, not a dress. So if you think that this has mix and match potential for you, you could have them separate. I don't know. This is pretty fun. Okay. When I look at this like naked eye, I just mostly see black. The lace is like really what overpowers it. But when I hold it up like that, you really see the color in the light. That's kind of a cool trick of the eye. All right. It's so Pride Month. Say pride, lose some subscribers, don't care. I don't think I'm losing subscribers over it, but look at that. It is. You can make some fun pride outfits with this. They don't come cheap, but they're fun. If certain textures or sounds of clothes bother you, this may not be your favorite. It is definitely like tool, and plug your ears if you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to put it close to the phone and see if we can hear it. So for some of you, that's like, oh, ASMR. And others of you were like, can I stop yet? Can I stop yet? It doesn't bother me one way or the other. That's not a soothing sound or a nerve-wracking sound, but it is a sound that's worth noting for people who do have preferences about that. It's very much like a flare, and I think that's fun that these kind of match so perfectly. And let's see what this one's like underneath. Yeah, friends, this is much nicer quality than... It's what everybody thought. I don't know. I think that was the general consensus when we all looked at it. We were like, that one looks really nice, but that one doesn't look, it looks a little cheap. Mm-hmm. Yep. We were right. Those of us who thought that, we were right. And this does go all the way down, so it opens all the way, which will make it really easy to get on. By the way, a little trick that we use just when we're nervous about getting snags, especially with this lace, is get a strip of just the non-hook side, I don't know, whatever you call that, the soft side of Velcro. Cut a strip and just keep it handy for whenever you undress your dolls. You like open it a little and put that strip on it to cover it, and then you can maneuver them out of their arm, you know, whatever, and not have to worry about it snagging anything. Because otherwise, if you're like me, you're like this, like holding it and trying to cover it the whole time so that you don't snag anything. But if you put a little strip on there, you're good to go. Free tip you didn't expect. All right. This one is the winner for me, but let's get them on and I'll do a little photo shoot and you can decide. All right, so as I suspected, in spite of not being amazing quality, this looks fantastic on. Yeah. And James is modeling it. She is one of our CYOs. I will point out that this will lay best if you put it on before you put this back collar on, because then the elastic will hold it down. So it's nice and snug and lays flat. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so if you're between the two and you just care about photography, maybe you do go this route. Okay, and then here is Elphaba's on. And I will say both outfits, I was kind of surprised how well the dolls could stand in their little kitten heels. I do have to point out something that my wife is very disappointed about. So I'm going to try to get in close and show you. All right, well, before I show you what bothered Grace, real quickly, here are the little tabs where you button in the cape. It buttons a little lower than I expected. I haven't seen like close-up professional photography pictures of Elphaba's Broadway costume, so maybe this is true to it, but I thought it was a little odd. But this is the part that bothered Grace. So initially she goes, wait a minute. On her right shoulder, the lace lays flat. Why did we get one that kind of sticks up? I said, I don't know. And I looked at it and I went, oh, because on the right shoulder, there's a bottom layer of longer lace topped with a top layer of shorter lace. And the left shoulder is the opposite. It's longer lace on top and shorter lace on bottom. And so she was like, I don't like that. I'm not happy about that. I like things to be perfect. And then we got it downstairs and she goes, no, it's even more so. Like on the right-hand shoulder, the lace is sewn on the princess seam, which is closer to the chest. And on the left-hand shoulder, it's actually sewn at the shoulder seam. So this is, and the more you look at it, the more it's like, this is so off. The big question is, was it off intentionally or was this a massive defect? I think either is possible. When you look at the Hogwarts trunk that they put out and the accessories that came inside of it, the first, either all of them or the first massive batch of the inkwell had the Hogwarts crest on upside down, and they never announced it. They never did a recall. They just kind of let it happen. They kept selling them, and if somebody happened to complain, they made a note of it. And then when they got new ones from their manufacturer, they sent out replacement parts to those people only. So is it possible that they would have done such a massive defect? Yeah. Grace made a comment about it on Instagram, and somebody said, no, it's intentional. And so she started looking more and she goes, well, yeah, I mean, I did see that the stock photos have that. But then again, like stock pictures of that inkwell also had the picture upside down of the Hogwarts crest, and that definitely wasn't intentional. So is it a massive defect, or were they trying to make this asymmetrical like Elphaba's outfit apparently is on Broadway? I don't know, but I think if they were trying to go for the asymmetrical look, it's weird that they only executed it in this singular aspect of the outfit. Like the zigzag seam across the bottom, perfectly symmetrical. The skirt looks symmetrical to me. It really is. It's not like the sleeves are different lengths. It's just this piece. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments if that's really true to the show. I've seen it a couple times, but I haven't paid that much attention to the costume. Either way, I am not a big fan. It, I'm having a hard time unseeing this one. So Grace and I went halves on these outfits. We'll see. I think I'm going to let her make the final call about whether we keep it or not. But if she wants to keep it in spite of this, I think I'm going to have to style the hair in some way to cover it because it's going to drive me bonkers. Anyway, I hope that this is helpful and helps you make an informed decision about whether or not to purchase it. And I will finish up with a really cute picture of the two of them together. Have a great evening, and I hope to see you for my next video.